I yield 1 minute to Leader Pelosi.
Gentlelady is recognized for 1 minute.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank the gentlelady for yielding and congratulate her on her extraordinary leadership as the ranking Democrat on the Financial Services Committee. She has been a champion for America's working families, protecting consumers, protecting the taxpayer, doing so in a very balanced way, sensitive to the needs of all parties concerned. I'm so proud of her leadership and her service. Thank you, Congressman Waters. Mr. Speaker, I rise in opposition to the bad bill for hardworking Americans that's on the floor today. The cynically named Mortgage Choice Act provides anything but choice. Instead, it raises costs on consumers who have few alternatives. This is yet another attempt to stack the deck even further against working families. Mr. Speaker, this debate is an utter waste of time. Every day, courageous, patriotic dreamers lose their status. Every day, the American dream slips further out of reach. As members of Congress, we have a moral responsibility to act now to protect dreamers who are the pride of our nation and are American in every way, but on paper. So I use this occasion as opposing this bill to speak further about social justice in America. The American people want Congress to pass a DREAM Act. 84% of Americans support a path to citizenship for dreamers or permanent status. 88% of independents back a path to citizenship or permanent status. 70% of Republicans back either citizenship or permanent status. The 3 Bs, business, budgets, business, badges, our law enforcement community, and Bibles, are imploring Congress to pass a DREAM Act. Earlier this month, I stood with evangelical leaders to call on the Speaker to bring the DREAM Act to a vote for the sake of family, fairness, and respect for the spark of divinity within every person. There's nothing partisan or political about protecting dreamers. If a DREAM Act were brought to the floor, it would pass immediately with strong bipartisan support. And I commend my Republican colleagues for their courage in speaking out on this. Yet our dreamers hang in limbo with a cruel cloud of fear and uncertainty above them. The Republican moral cowardice must end. Members of Congress are trustees of the people and of our nation. Why are we here if not to protect the patriotic young people who are determined to contribute and to strengthen America? So I'm going to go on as long as my leadership minute allows. I want to speak to the Bible in Luke 10:25-37, the parable of the Good Samaritan.